Welcome to Our Community, Our Money, the entrepreneur in you. My name is Jermaine Washington and I'm your host. Today we have an exciting show about HCC's business plan competition where budding entrepreneurs can compete to win prizes to help start a business or grow a current business. Before we talk about the upcoming business plan competition, I wanted to update you on the women's boot camp that we discussed on our last show. The boot camp was a huge success with over 350 attendees over a 2-day period and was held in both Spanish and English. Wow, it was great. Today we have with us Sandra Louvier, Director for the Center for Entrepreneurship at Northwest College. Hello, Sandra. Thank you for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So today I wanted to talk to you about the business plan competition that's going to be coming up in 2019. But before we get started, can you tell me how you started the Center for Entrepreneurship and the business plan competition?
Sure. Well, when I came in 2009, we were at the end of the second competition, and Dr. Zachary Hodges, president of HCC Northwest, saw the need to start a Center for Entrepreneurship to help entrepreneurs get more prepared to move through this rigorous working competition that we offered each spring. And so we started with a website. We started with lots of great workshops that called forth students from HCC classes, as well as others from the external community to come in to learn from the workshops and get prepared to go through the competition.
Wow, that's so interesting. So what type of people come through the Center for Entrepreneurship, and what type of offerings do you have for them? Are they students? Are they community leaders, business owners?
For all kinds, actually. Entrepreneurship just cuts across so many industries and so many age groups. You might expect some 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds who are going through community college for a 2-year degree or for college credit classes, and we get them. And some of them take a college credit class to pre-qualify to apply for the competition. And then we have single working mothers, empty nesters, corporate fleers, encore entrepreneurs, people that are in their 50s and 60s who are saying, I've learned a lot here, now I want to go out and do it myself. So they're coming back to get just what they need to know to do what they want to do with what they already know to turn it into a business. So they tend to take the workshops and seminars and do the online CE classes. And then the college credit students will take the college credit route, and they all try and take a run at the competition because it's free, there's mentoring and training in it, and it's a great way to refine and polish their business assumptions.
Can you tell me how people can get into the competition and a little bit about how the competition began?
Okay, well, let's see. Every year it's in the spring, so people are preparing for it right now, and they have been. They're coming to all the different kinds of workshops and seminars, but there's one in particular that everyone who applies for the competition needs to take. It's a financial workshop, and you can find that on our website. We'll put that up here a little bit later in the show, I think. And then there's an online CE class that some of the proposed and startup entrepreneurs will take, which takes about 24 hours of time in your jammies over the winter. Over 6 weeks. So it's not a college credit class. It's quick, but it's more direct, and it helps them start developing their business assumptions, which is a great way to submit a good application for the competition in January. So the application period is January 1st through the 30th, and then they'll find out whether they got into the competition in mid-February, and they'll be introduced to their mentors. So every team, meaning a 1-person team all the way up to a 5-person team, gets 2 mentors. And so they attend 5 training sessions together in February, March, and April, and they work with their mentors to vet their business assumptions one-on-one. And so there'll be one Tuesday evening in February, 2 in March, 2 in April, and then their plans are due on May 8th. And then finalists are chosen, and they present to judges on May 23rd. And then we'll celebrate all the completer teams and all the finalists, and we'll award prize money and in-kind prizes in our grand ballroom at the West Houston Institute at HCC Leaf Hayes on May 29th.
Wow. So can you tell me about some of the competition alumni who have gone through the competition and what they're doing right now?
Well, I'll tell you about 2 right now, and then we'll bring 2 on. First, Deidre Mathis is making headlines in Essence magazine and in Forbes magazine because she opened a new concept that's a fresh take on an old concept, youth hostels, those kind of weathered places in Europe that traveling students stay at. She has a fresh millennial concept here for working millennials as well as tourists who want to stay in fresh accommodations with a shared community, but affordable. And then there's Megan with Axel Lifestyle, who won the 2017 competition, and she created an online, a sportswear, fitness wear that has a new thread that she designed in it. That means that the material truly cannot retain body odor, and it's patented. So it's a new take on an old product line that is not offered in the market right now. And we brought a video.
Yes, I think we have a video right now to show you.
Yes.
For 2 years, I've been doing extensive research about what fabric is available today for fitness apparel, and what I found was very disappointing, so I decided I had to create my own. As I started understanding the industry and where our clothes come from, it dawned on me that most of our fitness apparel and our fashion is actually made overseas, and a lot of them are made in sweatshops. So I started out with creating fabric, and then it quickly became really important to me to start a movement for change and to create ethical apparel, not just antimicrobial. I'm using trade secret embedded science actually built into the fabric that inhibits the growth of bacteria. But in order to make it ethical, I had to make sure that everything was sourced and made right here in the United States. So from fiber to finished garment, everything is made right here in the USA. So please share with your friends and family and join Excel Lifestyle's movement for positive change.
That was a great video.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We want to let everyone know that our Goldman Sachs program under the Entrepreneurial Initiatives Department will have a new spring cohort in 2019. You can get all of the information on this program at our website. This program continues to move forward towards its goal to help 10,000 small businesses. See if you qualify. Next, we'll meet an entrepreneur who was a finalist in the business plan competition. We will be right back.
HCC. So many reasons, so little tuition. Register today at hccs.edu/now.
I've seen people's lives change just by attending a class at HCC.
Some of them might not have the financial means to go to a four-year university. That doesn't make them any less quote-unquote smart than the kids who go to a four-year school.
HCC is easy to get to. It's easy to apply and easy to become a part of.
It gave me so much confidence.
Once you finish your 2 years there, you can transition into a four-year university or go into the workforce.
It's affordable, it's accessible, it changes lives.
HCC's online college is officially open. This not only means online classes, but also online degrees and certificates. You can now credential up anytime, anywhere. Join the fast-growing number of students getting their full college education from anywhere they use a laptop. HCC currently offers 32 fully online degrees and will offer 71 next year. You no longer have to find a way or time to get to college. HCC brings college to you.
Hey, Fluffy!
You wouldn't allow any of these other risks in your home. Why allow an unlocked gun?
HCC. So many classes, so little tuition. Register today at hccs.edu/now.
Welcome back to Our Community, Our Money. We have Mr. Aziz Haikim, who is a finalist in the 2018 Business Plan Competition and the owner and CEO of Hikatron, Inc. Hello, Mr. Hykem, and welcome to the show.
Hello, Jermaine. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So tell us about yourself and how you started your business.
Well, by trade, I'm a chemical engineer. I've been in the chemical business since 1999. I held multiple positions through chemical companies in the United States. I also hold a chemistry degree and an MBA from Tiffin University in Ohio. Through the years of the last decade and a half, I've been in business development and mainly in research and development in the chemical industry. And in my recent position in Houston was as a vice president of technology and chemicals for a large oil and gas company here in Houston before I started my company.
Okay, so how did you start your company?
So, you know, in 2017, I was thinking about doing something different, and we were looking around the house and everywhere, and we thought there's a really great opportunity for me, myself, and my wife, Tara, to make a difference in the cleaning business for your home. So, you know, we were looking for ways to, you know, launch our company, and in 2017, like I said, around October, we found HCC resources really valuable through looking, you know, online and researching, and that's kind of how we got started in the process of starting our company.
Okay, I heard that you attended a workshop at HCC called Engineering Entrepreneurs. I just wanted you to give me some information on how that helped you, how did it help you start your business?
Yeah,
Tell me
perfect.
about that.
So what we were thinking about doing back then was to completely revolutionize the way how people do laundry. And to do that, we invented a product called LDH, which is a laundry detergent hub. Basically, are you familiar with the Keurig coffee makers, coffee machines?
Yes, I have
so
one.
Imagine you have a similar type Keurig machine in your laundry room, and you're going to receive those laundry pods to, you know, as the laundry detergent, but in a bigger size. So that's the bigger concept. Doing something like this was very complex, and we were looking for ways to do it economically. So we were Googling and we searched, and we found the HCC engineering entrepreneurship and turning ideas into products and services. And I was very skeptical as a scientist. You're always skeptical and at the same time curious. So my curiosity really weighed in, and I said, look, I'm going to go try this, even though I thought, oh, I have all this experience and degrees. What can I possibly learn from an HCC community college? But I got to tell you, my curiosity won, and I went and attended the workshop, and it was really a turning point for me, for my company, and my idea to turn into an actual product, and all the opportunities and all the resources they actually got through the HCC program thereafter.
So Sandra, is that when you met Mr. Hykem?
Right, I met him at Engineering Entrepreneurs, and he got hooked on our workshop. So he attended more workshops than he even needed to on marketing, on how to do taxes for starting a business. And then he took the financial workshop that's required to apply for the competition for all teams. And then he took the little online class, a little 24 hours of time over 6 weeks. And then he applied for the competition. He got in, he moved through it, and he was off to the races. He's done so much in the past year. Tell him about the past year.
Yeah, exactly. So actually, I was the first applicant for that competition, if you recall telling me that in the financial workshop. Basically, since then, what we have done is we got 2 phases in our company, building the company. And the first phase, is actually building the laundry detergent product line that you see here, which is completely different from the marketplace. We don't really have a lot of people that do something similar, because we are always faced with 2 dilemmas. You got the green products that people have that are good for the environment, but they don't really clean well. And you have the old chemicals that clean really well, but they are not really good for you. So we thought we're going to combine the 2 and design this product line here as a way to launch our brand at Hikatron. And through there, we secured a warehouse here in Brookshire where we manufacture our product. We are in the process of increasing our production by gaining a production line thanks to Wallace Bank, which I also met at the mixer that we had before the competition, and they were really helpful in getting Hikatron off the ground with an SBA loan. So thanks to Wallace Bank and this competition, we had the money to launch our brand.
Wow, that's so interesting. So what else would you like to tell us about these products today?
Tell them about the laundry detergent hub, because it's in the third phase of design right now.
Yeah, so our laundry detergent hub is in the third phase of design by the next quarter. Basically what's going to happen is we're in the phase of actually having a working prototype to roll out and do some testing, get some feedback from customers at what we call our MVP, or minimum viable product, where we select few people to test it and get some feedback. So the detergent hub is really unique. We have about 7 patents on that product that we will hopefully get granted in the next 12 months. And it's so great that we have some large companies interested in buying the patents. What we decided to actually launch the product ourselves. So the dispenser is one part of the whole philosophy of Hikatron as a company, because what we're trying to do is combine good quality products, concentrated laundry detergents. We don't want people to actually be buying water. We want to limit the amount of water in our products. They are extra concentrated, green. They are made with bioenzymes. They're good for organic to clean your stains. Also, what we are doing good is we have 2 product lines, one for man, one for woman. It's really interesting. At the end of the day, we found that our products designed for men are loved by women as well. So we are,
smell good.
Yes.
They really smell good, and because of that, so we got a good traction, and hopefully by next year we're going to have the hub and combine the two and deliver really a unique experience to enhance people's lifestyle.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Hakim, for all of your information. So after the break, we're going to have another entrepreneur who participated in the business plan competition. His name is Mr. Chowdhury, and we'll also want you to check our website to get valuable information, because there's a lot of things happening with Houston Community College and the Entrepreneurial Initiatives Department with the corporate college. They are partnered with the Texas Workforce Commission, and they've developed opportunities through the Skills Development Fund and the Skills for Small Business program that provide funding to help train your employees. So you should definitely check it out. We'll be right back.
HCC. So many locations. So little tuition. Register today at hccs.edu/now.
I learned how to cook from my grandmother in the mountains of Oaxaca. Every time I need some comfort, I just remember what she told me. HCC definitely was a turning point in my life. What those wonderful teachers and instructors taught me is priceless. I have won many awards and worked in many restaurants. HCC was the window which opened the opportunity for me. For this wonderful city, they have given me so much. I will thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I didn't know where my life was going. With Wounded Warrior Project's help, I was able to get my life back in order. I thank Wounded Warrior Project not only for helping me, but also helping the veterans that I know that are dealing with the same struggles that I am. Wounded Warrior Project understood what I was going through. I'm grateful that Wounded Warrior Project helped me reestablish my life. I am living proof.
I don't know an industry today that doesn't rely on some amount of coding to run their business. Coding is the 21st century equivalent of the English language. And our particular flavor of this is the iOS Coding and Design School. And Apple's been very supportive and in fact joined with us to roll out the start of this Swift programming initiative. So it's a great opportunity to combine creativity with science and technology, contributing to this app economy.
Welcome back. I have Mr. Karam Chowdhury, who is another entrepreneur who participated in the business plan competition in 2011, and he won 3rd place. Hello, Mr. Chowdhury. Welcome to our show.
Yeah, thank you.
So I heard that you and your sister were in your 20s when you entered the competition. Why did you enter the competition, and what kind of company did you want to start?
Right. So my sister and I were both in she's a little bit younger than me, but in similar phases in our lives. We were both kind of trying to figure out, what we wanted to do. We knew we wanted to start our own business, but we had no idea on how to get there. So I just, in one of my random internet searches, ran across a competition, and I thought that this would be a great way for us to kind of get into starting our own business. And she agreed, and we both decided that we like the idea of social entrepreneurship, which is benefiting those that are less fortunate, and also being a profitable business. So that's the model we went after, and we wanted to open a clothing store where part of the proceeds would be donated to charity.
Wow, that's so interesting. So how did the competition, training, and mentoring help you during the competition phase to reach those type of goals?
Right. So entering the competition, we were completely green, right? We were highly motivated, but we had no idea what it took to run a successful business, not having done it previously in our lives. So our idea started as a one sentence on a piece of paper, and we were lucky enough to be chosen to be in the competition, and they kind of they guided us properly. So instead of kind of telling us exactly what to do, it was more like, these are the 20 ideas I have. They said focus on these 5 and kind of develop these, and they kind of told you which ones not to kind of pursue because it was probably going to be a dead end. So that proved invaluable, in my career and through the process.
So I understand that you and your sister have 2 companies. One company is called Legacy Rags, and the other company is called Vintage Vein.
Right.
Can you tell me a little bit more about those 2 companies and what they do?
Well, as we moved through the competition, we realized that, that we tried to implement the business that we had through the competition. We went as far as securing locations, and then it became more difficult to kind of transition those locations into the idea that we had in the business plan competition. So one of the things in the competition, when you kind of hit a wall, you can either stop or you can go around it, and they give you ways to navigate. So taking that from the competition, I decided personally that I wanted to go one direction. My sister decided she wanted to go another direction. And her company is a vintage clothing company. So she actually buys her clothing from companies like mine, and she sells it to retailers who want to have kind of that eco part of their business, because all the clothing is recycled.
And Legacy Rags, what does that actually?
So Legacy Rags is a exporter and wholesaler of that used clothing. So we get our clothing from some local charities and some of the bigger ones like Goodwill, Salvation Army. All the clothing that gets donated to them, whatever they do not sell, I buy it from them in bulk. So I buy and sell in pounds, which is weird when you think about clothing, but I buy by the pound and sell by the pound, and I export all over the world.
Well, I think our audience would love to hear about some of the obstacles that you faced over the past 8 years, and how you started, and you grew, and then you went into different phases.
Right. I viewed the whole thing, even before I was going into the competition, I viewed the whole thing as I'm starting a journey. And if you view it like that, I think you never get too high or too low on yourself. I realized that, entering the competition, I had a certain skill set, and I developed that skill set, and the competition was a great way to do that. And as you move through your journey and you pursue different opportunities, you have to develop different skill sets, and always know when it's hard to kind of tell when you're switching from one phase into another. But when I first opened my business, I had to take I had to become a student. I knew nothing of running a business, I had 80 employees at the time, and it was just, I had to just go in and humble myself to learn from the people that I was employing. And I had to become a great student, and that was the skill set I needed to develop at that stage. Then it moved more towards managing, and I needed to understand how to be a good manager. So you develop that skill set without losing the student mindset, and you always build upon it. Now I'm moving more towards what I feel like I want to develop myself as a leader, and that's the different skill set than manager. But sometimes you got to be a manager, sometimes you got to be a student again. So you never forget where you came from, but you always have to advance your skill set and as you move along.
So as a business owner, did you face any specific obstacles that you remember that you had to overcome?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. I mean, I could, the greatest, or probably the worst thing that ever happened is that I had my 80 employees would need to cash their checks on payday. So I had a company approach me, and they wanted to do on-site check cashing. And one day somebody in the warehouse shot the guy. They robbed the guy, and working my way through that, having to, being scared myself, but still, being that kind of safe and sound voice for my employees to know that, everything's going to be okay. Just navigating through that was extremely challenging, but thank God the guy was okay, and everybody, was relaxed, and we got through it.
Leadership.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Absolutely. So that sounds like a very interesting story. Sandra, did you have any last minute things that you want to talk about before we end the show today?
Well, I just wanted to say congratulations to Quorum, and thank you for coming back and sponsoring the business plan competition as an alumni too. And for anyone who wants to apply for the competition in 2019, there's some workshops on our website, and sign up for one of the workshops, the financial workshops. And then there's a class for proposed and startup entrepreneurs that they can take online. One starts this month and one starts next month. It's 24 hours of instruction online, and it's easy to sign up for and complete. So it's for proposed, startup, and existing business owners. Everyone has to take the financial workshop, and the proposed and the startup should sign up for the online class, and then just submit a great application in January.
Well, I would like to thank Sandra, Aziz, Hakim, and Karam Chowdhury for being with us. The information is on the screen for anyone who would like to be a part of the 2019 Business Plan Competition. Thank you all for watching Our Community, Our Money, the Entrepreneur in You. See you next time.